tell me why this fool's car is so fucking sick, dude. Yeah? Just clean, G. Woo! Gotta have you on the vlog, brother. Yeah? No, that's my Instagram, but Cali Active is the actual Instagram, YouTube. Yeah, man. Dope, man. It's clean. Yeah, what is it? Yo, shit, let me get this shit in order. Turn off the car. Chillax, relax, and take a second to breathe. Good evening, good evening. Today I'm actually closing out my video. You see that I actually put my camera up several times to show you guys some pretty cool things. Number one, that spider is getting fucking human-like. It's like growing something on its back, like a little spider on top of the bigger spider. It's fucking crazy. I don't know what it is. I'm too scared to get closer, and my camera doesn't focus as much as I wish it would. Put that on the con list for the G7X Mark II. On to the next thing. Then I met this cool dude, Lance209. Check him out, add him on Instagram. I think he's part of the Envious chapter. Dude's Civic is fucking clean. I seen him on the freeway and I was like, oh damn, where's my camera? Let me pull it out and record him. So luckily I got some shots. Luckily he got off on the same stop that I did. Luckily, everything worked out. It was just fucking perfect timing on my part. When I dropped Vicente off to all the way to when I went to work, it was just so much flipping timing to that. So, on to the last thing. Now, I don't think there was the last thing. I think that was pretty much it, but that wrapped it up. There was a Subi that I was trying to record, but it was so late at night. I mean, we wouldn't have seen nothing. I was gonna put my window down to record it, and then dude shot off, so it sounded clean. But the only problem was it was too late. My G7X really not gonna, well, I mean, I guess it would have picked it up, but I was just too slow with moving it. I'm sorry, I did it again. I'm tired, plus I was driving, and I had Vicente, and it was dark. Nope, just thank you, not gonna do it. But that would have been the third thing. But here I am right now, and I wanted to talk about something that had to do with how everything's been and what I talked about in a couple of my last vlogs where I had to do with co-parenting and just dealing with my son's mother and how she's really been lashing out at me. I just finally said, fuck it. I'm the bigger person, always am, always will be, always have to be, because I want to be a man, a father, and the best person that I can be if I were to go right now. So having that mentality and thinking like that, I just decided, I don't know, out of nowhere and out of the blue, unplanned, unthought of, and I just decided after she opened the door and she was like, Vicente was already telling me goodbye. I was like, you know what? No. Hey, I need to talk to you. I just want to talk to you about this. This is what's been going on. This is what you've been telling me, and I want to clear it up, and I want to fix it, because from my perspective, it really feels like none of that is happening to me. I mean, none of that is happening or is evident or is true, and I really feel like you might just be taking things personal. I just threw it all out on the table about how I've been feeling, right? And so how I don't want her to feel the way that she's feeling, because then she lashes on me. Boom, right to the beginning of what we're talking about right now. Essentially, I just didn't want something to continue growing that wasn't happening, so I just fucking nipped it in the butt. And as a co-parent, sometimes you have to do that, because at the end of the day, you're not in a relationship anymore, right? I'm not in a relationship with her anymore, and that's what I had to make very clear, is that it's feeling like if we were still in a relationship, which I don't want for it to be like. I want us to be civil and be the best parents that we could be, and I want to have understanding for your perspective to be able to encourage you and empower you to be a better mother than the one that you would be by yourself, because that's what a father should do, right? And then the same thing reverse, and that's the same thing that a mother should do. A mother should enhance what the father is already doing, and vice versa. That's the best way for me to put it. And I think that you kind of get the drift of what it is that I'm trying to say. I just want to be the best father that I can be to my son, and I want to make it very evident to my son's mother that nothing that I have is harbor or personal or has with a secret vendetta, that when she opens it, kaboom, like a Joker's toy gun when he goes bang, insert shot here or picture there. And I think that that's just all I wanted to get off my chest, because I wanted her to really feel and understand that she is heard, number one, because if it has to do with my son, then it has to do with her and it has to do with me. So, and then number two, that there's not what she thinks is happening, and I broke down each scenario and broke down each situation, broke down every single time that she had an issue, and then I had her reflect on what it was that my perspective was, so that we could have an understanding. Because to me, that's mediation. That's what adults do. We are supposed to be reflective and listen to both sides of the story, assess, and then create a better opportunity out of what we've come up with, whether that be for anything, right? And so that's where I was at mentally, and so that's what I did, and luckily it worked out. And it didn't necessarily have an end result where we're like, all right, cool, this is what we're gonna do from now on, because that's not what it was intended, right? I didn't have a mindset that was, all right, this is what the goal is, I gotta make it so that could be the end result, because that's not what it was. It was just, I want to clear the air. I want there to be some sort of understanding that, you know what, it does matter to me, and I want you to understand that it should matter to you, like me, right? My feelings about how we're handling things, and it only should matter when it's impacting our son, and that's what I wanted to make evident. And so as we were going through our conversation, it started to die out, where I could see that it wasn't going to be much more than that. So I was just like, all right, cool, I'm out, dipped, and I was gone. I started driving, and then it happened. I realized that I have come such a long way to be able to say and do and actually happen the way that I thought and imagined in my head, because I wasn't aggressive about it. I wasn't demanding about it. I wasn't trying to make a point at all. I was trying to listen, reflect, assess, and then try to really come up with a good solution, or come up with some kind of moral or standard ground that we could both have that would make sense to both of us. Because at the end of the day, no matter what, the court order is there for us to both have our rights. It is not there for us to act civil with one another. That's our own responsibility. So me being able to stop and say, all right, you know what, this is going too far. I don't like it. I hate to deal with it. And this is part of the reason why we broke up, I feel like, from my perspective. And I'm sure she feels like from her perspective. So why don't we just stop and say, all right, we're not going out, so why are we acting like we are? Let's just call it what it is. You feel this way, I feel this way. I'm going to make sure that I do this. You please make sure that you do this. And then boom, clear the fucking air. Done. Just like I would do at, I'm so sorry, but just like I would do at work, it's the same exact thing. And that's sometimes how it has to be done, because if it is any other way, it could have gone so far south. And luckily for me, and today how it worked out, I am just grateful that I have come to a realization that I am not the only person that it takes for me to feel like my son is getting the ultimate, the maximum, the utmost upbringing that he could ever have. That's how you should feel, right? Because it's not about me, it's not about you, it's not about anything but the little ones. And that, my friends, is how we should end the night. Have a good night, everybody.